It looked like the game was there to be taken in the second half. What do you think you guys weren't able to take it?
I mean, first of all, credit to the Reds. I thought they played with a lot of character, and they certainly deserved to win. I mean, I think the things we'll regret is a charge down try, had a penalty try. We probably had 2 or 3 moments where we had clean line breaks, and just the final, we didn't get the final pass away for whatever reason. So it's a different game, but to be honest, that's probably not what's worrying Tom and I at the moment. I think more is just the fact that we didn't play the way we wanted to play. We didn't feel we play well, and that's what we're working at as a team, So the reality is to make the playoffs now. We're still very much in with a shout, but we've got to go away to New Zealand and win. And that's been done before. We've done that before. We've just got to get our heads around that and get up for it this week.
It seemed like you were making it pretty quick inroads into the first 25-30 minutes, but I don't know if it's the roller charge down that changed the game or what it was, but what do you think the difference was in your attack from first half to the second half?
I think we tried to play around them before we went through them, simple as that, I think the hallmark of our game last week was that we the old cliche, we sort of earned the right to go wide, where this week we tried to play cute before we'd actually done the tough stuff. And that's a credit to the Reds too, because they made that difficult, but I certainly feel like we've got the players to do a better job of that than we did tonight.
Do you feel the Reds actually sort of sucked you into their game?
Certainly when they took a lot of energy from their set piece, which was going well. Certainly their scrum was going very well. We've got a few early light steals and a few things like that at the line-up, but certainly their scrum, Taniela's a pretty impressive guy, so I look forward to welcoming him to Melbourne one day. They got a lot of energy from that, and I think probably the thing that we didn't control much. I thought we were the better team in a lot of other parts of the game, but we let that part of the game emotionally get to us a fair bit, which is exactly what they wanted, and that's the sort of stuff we've got to learn from going forward.
When the scrums going like that, they would have had cost 10 penalties. Is there anything you can, other than bringing on a whole new front row, is there anything you can really do to stop it?
Yeah, there's a couple of things around the scrum that we want to talk about a little bit. I thought they were very dominant there, so I don't want to make it as if we felt that they were doing anything differently. But certainly, what happens when a pack gets that dominant, the referee certainly gets a picture in his mind of that, and it becomes very hard to reverse that. I thought there were a couple of times where Taniela lay out when he didn't get the hit he wanted, and I also felt he probably brought his right shoulder down. In one scrum in particular, he's got pretty clear evidence of trying to bring that right shoulder through. He cranks it once or twice to actually get the outcome. But, they deserved that because they'd earned that through the pressure they'd put on previously. So we need, as a pack, to be able to manage those things, and we're not quite getting those outcomes. We need to paint a better picture for the referee to get the outcome we want.
Do you feel confident are you expecting your reinforcements going into apparently Will might be a chance to play?
Yeah, both Will Guinea and Adam Coleman are a chance to play. So we'll assess them on Monday and see where they're at. To be honest, I'm not sure we need reinforcements. I think what we need to do is play the way that we can play when we're playing at our best, and we just moved away from that at key times during the game. I think we can be a very good team, and I certainly think we can beat the Highlanders if we play at our best, but we obviously need to figure out why we didn't do that tonight.
You feel, that the team, that's 2 matches in a row now that you could have won and probably should have won. Is there something lacking? Is there some maturity needed still?
Oh, a little bit, Wayne. It's probably just experienced teams learn to close out games, and we probably we haven't made winning enough of a habit yet. But that's the journey we're on, and we got to learn to do those things. I thought last week, their 2 star players, most experienced players, win the game for them at the crucial time because they know how to do that. And maybe if we were more experienced at the time, just before that intercept, we'd probably push the corners, we'd keep our forwards going forward, those sort of things. But that's what you learn with time, So I'm actually really delighted with where the team is at on the whole. Like I sometimes say to Tom, when my daughter's naughty, she's I don't not love her, She's a good kid, but she's being naughty at that time. So I think we played badly. I don't think we're a bad team. I think we just played badly in that moment, and I think we can play. Very possible for us in 7 days' time to play well again. That's what we've got to get our minds around and get. We've obviously got to do that now.
David, you imagine that Dane knew enough of the rules to try and get away with a quick kick off from the penalty drop?
Yeah, I thought that was quite smart, Jim. May or may not have come from the coaching box, not sure. That's where we'll go today. No, I mean we scored on the back end of that. That was the start of Jack Maddox's try. So no, that was good. I mean, there's a couple of things I thought on the first line of the game. We make a different read on that play. There's a good chance we go through and score. We ran that play later in the game. Did go through. Reece Hodge went through. Dane threw a wild pass. Didn't go to hand. We probably score there. Mad Dog in the 22. Michael Ruru pops in the ball and he throws that looping ball over the top. When I think maybe another option might have been on. Those are clear opportunities to score.
Tom, it looked like that. It was like it was the last pass that was forced into a knock-on. It was the end of the game with a few players' heads dropped. Was it a sense of frustration out there, or was there overwhelming emotion on the field in the game?
I think there was frustration amongst the group. That tends to happen when you don't execute your opportunities. Like Dave said, we had many in the game, and when they don't go your way, heads can drop. I think it's, in time, certain players, the more games they get, they understand that the quicker you brush your mistakes and move on is the more you can get yourself back into the game and create winning opportunities. So, yeah.
And just a quick one at the end of that last press, we asked Brad about that aerial contest where Maddox went up with Ian Wathan and there was nothing, because it was an aerial contest to play on, different to the full-hour situation. Are you happy for that to be the interpretation? And then you as well, Dave, like if both players are going for the ball, it's fair game.
Well, Maddox doesn't put his hands anywhere near the player. Yeah. Maddox jumps for the ball, he's looking at the ball. The contest is a collision in the air, very different to Falau. Falau put his arms around the player and dragged the player down, in my opinion.
Tom, you had a fair history with Scott Higginbotham. Was it a bit curious, I suppose, that you two guys ended up on that fast side there where the ball was almost in your hands with the try line there? He is just torpedoing towards
Yeah, I've had known Scotty for a while now. He's always a competitor, and I think that's why he's the captain of their team, because he leads from the front and leads through his actions. So when that ball was coming through the air, I didn't really think it was Higgins until I saw the replay, but he got one up on me there.
It almost seemed like everyone was wondering whether that was going to be intercepted or not. He was watching the ball and I'm thinking, is he going for the intercept or is he going for the tackle? And did it seem like that all the way to when you actually caught it?
It happens too quick. It happened too quick, man. I was just trying to catch the ball, and he just got a good shot on me. Yeah.
Dave, with someone like Jack Maddox, showed really good alertness from a standing start, just to guys from 30 metres out.
Yeah.
Is that something he would have done at the start of the year, or has he just really grown more confident to really back himself? Being in the, I guess, superior team this year, where he's
Yeah, I think probably credit to Dumper in a lot of ways for blooding a lot of those young guys with us last year. Like Mad Dog got some games last year, so did guys like Ferretti, who's done very well for us. Guys like Harrison Goddard, Samisi Tupo, all those guys who've done well for us. Dumper took a risk last year blooding them, so they're really developing into good Super Rugby players now, and they're getting more experience. And I think that's why I know we're on the right track, because we're developing a squad of sort of 34, 35 guys that are of genuine quality, and that's what you need to be consistently competitive at a Super Rugby level. If you think of some of the guys that are not playing for us at the moment, there's some significant guys missing, and I think the upside of that is that we're blooding a wider group of players with a view that we want to build a successful club that's not only going to win a handful of games here and there, but be successful over the long term. And I think we're certainly heading in the right direction with that.